We have family back with another react. You know the American national anthem?
Yeah.
Right? This is basically the story to why it came about. Okay? So we got the Star Spangled Banner as you never heard it before. Right?
So the story to why the
backstory to the national anthem.
So that was made up a long time ago, then I'm assuming.
Yeah, very long time ago. So let's see what we got. Star Spangled Banner.
You never heard it.
Bit of history for you.
Right.
I like stuff like this.
There was a lawyer once. His name was Francis Scott Key. He penned a song that I'm sure you're aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the national anthem. It is our song as an American. We go, however, to a ball game. We stand in our church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've...
That's the thing, right? You know, when you do see moments when Americans are singing it, you can tell that, like, they're really feeling it.
Yeah.
Do you know when we sing it? I feel like we don't have that, like...
A lot of us don't know the words to ours.
No, I feel, and we don't have the passion for it either.
Yeah.
But, like, they really do so.
Yeah,
this is gonna
take
be
it serious, don't they?
Yeah.
Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've never really thought about what it means. Let me tell you a story. Francis Scott Key was a lawyer in Baltimore. The colonies were engaged in vicious conflict with the mother country, Britain. Because of this conflict and the protracted...
That was us that burned down the White House.
Was it?
Yeah, so, like, we was at war with America. Like, there was, like, you know, kicking us out and stuff.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I would have kicked us out.
Because of this conflict and the protractedness of it, they had accumulated prisoners on both sides. The American colonies had prisoners and the British had prisoners. And the American government initiated a move. They went to the British and they said, let us negotiate for the release of these prisoners. They said, we want to send a man out to discuss this with you. They were holding the American prisoners in boats about 1,000 yards offshore. And they said, we want to send a man by the name of Francis Scott Key. He will come out and negotiate to see if we can make a mutual exchange. On the appointed day, in a rowboat, he went out to this boat and he negotiated with the British officials. And they reached a conclusion that men could be exchanged on a one-for-one basis.
Oh. So are you with it?
Yeah,
So
it's going to swap.
the British have got the American prisoners. The American Francis, he's going to go there. He's going to say, hey, let's swap your prisoners for our prisoners. See how it goes.
Francis Scott Key, jubilant with the fact that he'd been successful, went down below in the boats, and what he found was a cargo hold full of humanity's men.
Look at that.
Bad, isn't it?
And he said, men, I've got news for you tonight. You're free. He said, tonight I have negotiated successfully your return to the colonies. He said, you'll be taken out of this boat, out of this filth, out of your chains. As he went back up on board to arrange for their passage to the shore, the admiral came and he said, we have a slight problem.
I like this.
He said, we will still honor our commitment to release these men, but it'll be merely academic after tonight. It won't matter. And Francis Scott Key said, what do you mean?
Why?
He said, well, Mr. Key, he said, tonight we have laid an ultimatum upon the colonies. Your people will either capitulate and lay down the colors of that flag that you think so much of, or you see that fort right over there, Fort Henry? He said, we're going to remove it from the face of the earth.
Oh, God.
Alright, so this is the very, very important part of the story.
Yeah.
So they have a fort there. They've got the flag flying high, the Americans, and the Brits being the Brits saying, surrender, pull it down, or we're going to, you know, destroy it.
Yeah.
He said, how are you going to do that? He said, if you will, scan the horizon of the sea. And as he looked, he could see hundreds of little dots. And he said, that's the entire British war fleet. He said, all of the gunpowder, all of the armament.
And during this time, the British are very feared. Like, during this time, we invaded a lot of countries.
Yeah.
We were very feared. We were very strong. Our fleet was, you'd be scared of it.
Is being called upon to demolish that fort. It will be here within striking distance in a matter of about 2.5 hours. He said, the war is over. These men would be free anyway. He said, you can't shell that fort. He said, that's a large fort. He said, it's full of women and children.
Yeah.
He says,
Horrible.
it's predominantly not a military fort. He said, don't worry about it. They said, we've left them a way out. And he said, what's that? He said, do you see that flag way up on the rampart? He said, we have told them that if they will lower that flag, the shelling will stop immediately.
That's just horrible, though, isn't it?
Why? Why would you do that?
The fact that that place, they've just said, isn't a military place.
No.
There's
they
families
wasn't
there.
bothered about that,
The
was
Brits are
they?
like, well, you know, we give you your only option is to take it down.
Take the flag down.
Otherwise, we don't care. We're gonna blow them up anyway.
Take
Horrible.
the flag down in their own country.
Yeah, yeah. Make it make
How
sense.
can you say
I
that?
know. Yeah, it's because the Brits wanted control
Wanted
of it.
it.
And we'll know that they've surrendered, and you'll now be under British rule.
Yeah, under British rule.
Yeah.
Francis Scott Key went down below and told the men what was about to happen. And they said, how many ships? He said, hundreds. The ships got closer. Francis Scott Key went back up on top and he said, men, I'll shout down to you what's going on as we watch. As twilight began to fall, and as the haze hung over the ocean as it does at sunset, suddenly the British war fleet unleashed. He says the sound was deafening. There were so many guns that there were no reliefs.
They didn't take the flag
He said it was
down.
absolutely...
No. So the Americans didn't take the flag down.
No, I don't blame them.
They want to stay proud. They want to stay strong.
Yeah.
And then the Brits are now starting
Attacks.
to. Yeah, they're starting to attack it.
Absolutely impossible to talk or hear. He said suddenly the sky, although dark, was suddenly lit. And he says from down below, all he could hear the men, the prisoners, saying was, tell us where the flag is.
Wow.
What have they done with the flag?
So that's the thing. That's the only thing they're bothered about. They're saying,
where's the flag?
yeah, is the flag still up? So the flag is such an important symbol. Like, please tell me it's still standing.
Is the flag still flying over the rampart? Tell us. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours into the shelling. Every time the bomb would explode and it would be close to the flag, they could see the flag in the illuminated red glare of that bomb. And Francis Scott Key would report down to the men below, it's still up. It's not down. The admiral came and he said, your people are insane. He said, what's the matter with them?
Mate, they're insane. They don't want to give you
No,
the
I
land.
wouldn't
Like, what do
either.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, don't they understand this is an impossible situation? Francis Scott Key said he remembered what George Washington had said. He said the thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world is he will die on his feet before he'll live on his knees.
Oh,
Wow.
that's good.
The admiral said, we have now instructed all of the guns to focus on the rampart to take that flag down. He said, we don't understand something. Our reconnaissance tells us that that flag has been hit directly again and again
So how
and
is it
again,
not
and yet
down?
it's still
Yeah.
flying. We don't understand that. But he said, now we're about to bring every gun for the next 3 hours to bear on that point. Francis Scott Key said the barrage was unmerciful. All that he could hear was the men down below praying.
Oh.
The prayer. God.
I actually feel really like sad for them.
Yeah.
And I'm British.
I know.
We're the ones
Yeah.
that did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God, keep that flag flying where we last saw it.
Good.
Sunrise came. He said there was a heavy mist hanging over the land, but the rampart was tall enough. There stood the flag,
Everything else
completely
down low.
nondescript, in shreds. The flagpole itself was at a crazy angle, but the flag was still at the top.
Still there.
Francis Scott Key went aboard and immediately went into Fort Henry to see what had happened. And what he'd found had happened was that that flagpole and that flag had suffered repetitious direct hits.
Wait, yeah, that flag, for it to be standing and that much hits.
Yeah.
Like, it must be super glued.
Yeah.
That's a
I was
proper
probably expecting it.
Yeah.
And when it had fallen, but men
Look at that.
Fathers
That's everything. It just stands
who
there
knew what it
proud
meant.
and tall.
for that flag to be on the ground, although knowing that all of the British guns were trained on it, walked over and held it up.
Oh, wow.
Humanly.
Oh, wow. That's why it was stood up.
Why?
So even though all the guns was aimed on it, the Americans went to the flag and held it up. They was they were still there holding it whilst being bombed and all sorts.
Until they died.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Their bodies were removed and others took their place.
Wow.
Good for that.
Francis Scott Key said what held that flagpole in place at that unusual angle were patriots' bodies. He penned the song, "Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Or the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there."
This is like, I think this is the actual lyrics to the
national anthem. Yeah.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet fly and wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The debt was demanded. The price, it was paid.
Oh, say, can you see by the
It actually has a lot of power behind like the lyrics in the song.
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in
Powerful, isn't it?
Yes.
gave proof through the night that our flag
Oh, still there.
was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
They are brave, aren't they?
Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Quite emotional, actually.
Well, I didn't want to pause it because I've seen loads of comments when I've done, watched the national anthem. They don't normally like the pausing during the song.
No.
So I
don't
apologise.
think so.
But from what you just said, I've been wanting to say I feel
I
more.
feel quite emotional.
I feel
over
more
it.
emotional
Yeah,
to
now I
their
know,
national anthem
now
than
I
to my
know.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very I understand why you're so proud every time you sing it and stuff
Yeah.
because there's such meaning behind
Yeah.
it and it means so much how strong, how brave you are and what you did for it.
O'er the land of the free and the home
Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. That's the Bible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Is
the
that the
Bible,
Bible?
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. That's
There we go.
amazing.
I still find it
brilliant.
crazy how like it was the British
That
to
is
what
it.
to
so
why that is all happened, but
interesting.
yeah, it is,
It
isn't it?
really was so interesting.
And then you get a full-on backstory to the national anthem. I don't
Yeah.
even know the story to
That's-
even our national
Ours
anthem.
just changes when one of them dies.
From Queen
So
to
you've
King
got
and King to
God
Queen.
save our
Yeah,
Queen. The
gracious
Queen's
Queen.
died. God save our
Our
King.
King.
But is there
King
even
will
is there even
die.
any meaning to it, or is it just
I don't think.
Are
I
we
don't
just
know.
Just
basically
for us to
praising God
respect
for the
royal family?
yeah?
Yeah, I don't really know.
But
So
no,
that's-
this story to it is actually it's
That's
powerful.
I
Beautiful.
could
Beautiful.
listen to these stories lying in bed going to sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have just shut
Yeah.
my. It's like someone's reading me story time.
Yeah, story
It's
time.
nice.
That was amazing. I really enjoyed
But
it.
there we
Yeah.
go. You get
Brilliant.
to
I
understand
like
it
that
now.
kind of history.
But yeah,
Yeah.
no. Every time I hear the national anthem, like in person, especially like sports games, I always get
Yeah.
goosebumps as well.
No, I love that because I will then tell that Taylor Ray.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
the
what I
story
mean?
of
It's
it.
like, yeah, that's brilliant.
No,
that's,
really-
well, it's
really
not,
nice.
Very, very good. Very good.
But there we go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section.
Yeah.
If you guys did enjoy, make sure you put a thumbs up.
Like and
And
subscribe.
Subscribe for more content. I will see you all in the next one.
Brilliant.